Imagine, you're a hard worker, you're working a part-time job at McDonald's, then you end up getting an apprenticeship. You spend lonely birthdays, broken lonely weekends, just grinding this apprenticeship. And then you finally got your freaking dream job. And then, after a year, you're back to bloody square one. You're in this 9-to-5 hamster wheel. You're bored and you feel empty inside. And now, you're back to square one. That was me. I come from a hardworking family. Hard work was just pushed down my throat since I was like a baby. And my mother, she's the most hardworking, quickest and generous person that I know. But now that she's like about to retire, planning for retirement, she's like, I have not enjoyed my life. Because she's always giving to people. And she's not living for herself. And she's just been working. At times where I asked her, why are you killing yourself? Because you're just essentially a slave at this point. Why are you slaving away your life? For what reason? As for my sister, she's older, she's very intelligent, she's hardworking, and she makes more money than me. But she's still complaining about the financial economy and whatnot. Why? I've come to terms that essentially comes down to finances and also freedom. I wanted to compare two different people. So Leila Hormozi, I'm a big fan of hers. I think what she's doing is very great with a platform. And also Lipa. I know they're in different niches, but talking about these two, it just resonates with me. The reason I post Lipa is because I love her songs and whatnot, but also because when you see her post on her YouTube account and whatnot, she's always posting about how she's always going on holiday and she's like living her dream life and doing her job and whatnot. As much as I love Leila Hormozi, I realised that I've been living life that way, kind of that 9-to-5 kind of work hard, self-improvement and whatnot. But with Leila Hormozi, one thing I had to come to terms with was the person that I am. So Leila Hormozi, she provides self-improvement content and also ways that you can problem solve like internal issues in terms of being productive and whatnot. But some of these tips are very rigid. And I need to look within myself. And I know that I'm not the rigid type person. I'm not good in a 9-to-5 work environment, office culture. It's very rigid. I'm very unconventional. So as much as I can take pieces of advice and kind of mold it in a way that works for me, I know that in the long run, I can keep doing this, but I feel like I'm not being authentic and true to myself. So if we look at Lipa, of course, I don't know what she does on a day-to-day in terms of her work culture and whatnot. She probably has to work 24 hours. But I'm not going to lie, that's very similar to content creation because you're always a content creator. You work for yourself. You're always working. I know that is much more for me. And with Lipa, that's her dream job, of course. And you can see, and what I love about it is that even though she's like a singer, she's performing and whatnot, she's enjoying life. She's going on holiday. She's going on holiday with a partner, now married, Callum Turner. They're always posting pictures and having fun. I'm like, oh my God, she's working. And she's playing. She's working and playing hard. I was like, this fits me more. This module fits me more. Of course, they're both in different niches. But we've seen in content creation thousands of times that there are people who are able to create content whilst they're on a holiday. Create content whilst they're on a business trip. Whilst they're outside. And it's very flexible for them. And also find ways to make more money. Rather than having like a rigid 9-to-5 structure or like maybe having your own business and having to look at online purchases from day to day and just be constantly having to keep track on your business. Because being a CEO of like a standard business compared to content creation is very different. But I've come to realize that I'm more of like a Lipa type of archetype rather than a Leila Hormozi archetype. Upon coming to this realization, I was like, I need to change my life. I need to find a way where I can have a life that's very much more similar to the flexible life that Lipa has. I need a solution, and I also need to change my perspective of what I valued. Because even though that was my dream job, and I'm happy I got my dream job, and I'm in it now, I'm very happy. But now I need to move on to the next and follow what I truly desire. If you feel like you can relate, and you're much more of a Lipa archetype, these are the ways that I'm changing my life that you can implement and do so. And what I've done in order to suit a life that fits my personality. Here are the ways that I'm solving this problem and that you can implement into your life. So Compared to when I started, I'm in the office now twice like a month because of the way I am able to like work and also use my holidays to work and kind of focus on content creation. It has changed my mental health drastically. Like, I'm so much more free, I'm so much more flexible, I'm just so much more happier. And every time, I know this because every time Sunday hits, every time I'm in the office, the day before, the evening before, and also on the day, my mental health depletes, it deteriorates. And I get those scary Sunday type of feeling. And I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me. I can't keep doing this. Before, I was excited. Like, I was very excited to learn new things and whatnot. I was very excited. But now I'm like, yeah, I feel like the wheels are falling off of this car. So if you're able to find a way where you can work from home, of course, it's easier said than done, or change your job so that it's a job where you can work from home or just work less hours and focus on content creation. And maybe spend a year looking down on content creation or following your side hustle or not, then I would advise you to do that. Of course, you need to plan it first. And I wasn't able to do this because I was able to be in this. I was able to work from home because I've shown my loyalty and I've been in the business for quite some time. So do take that into account. Okay, so in 2024, I remember I had that black hole type of feeling where I felt like empty inside once again. And there were times even before that when I'd go out on Saturday, the next day, Sunday, I feel so empty inside. I'm like, what is the point of this? I was like, why? Why can't I just be happy? And in my other video, I mentioned where I almost fainted in the bath. And I almost fainted. And then I realized what I wanted. I wanted an adventurous life. A life of like financial freedom and flexibility. And because of that, I had created a bucket list of all the things I wanted to do. And I started taking it seriously. Like, no, you need to do things. Whenever I see the opportunity, I just go for it. 2025. I always talk about how best year of my life because I actually lived. I was working hard, but I was playing so much harder. Work hard, play harder. That's how I want to live my life. Not play hard, play harder. Oh my God. I had the most fun. I did so much, experienced so much, met so many people, so many lovely people. And by meeting those people, I was able to learn so much more about myself. I was just open to different opportunities and different things that I can do, different things I've become. And also that it showed me that I can network with people who had the same like lifestyle that I wanted to live. So it's like, oh my God, there's so much more out there. Like my life doesn't have to be boring. It can be exciting, but I need to lead. Take the wheels of my vehicle and drive it. I have a bucket list, and I've also said that I need to go out at least twice a month. This can be a solo date, just family time, for like my mother, like a mother-daughter date, or just family time, like my sister comes over, and also with friends, like twice a month. I need to go outside and have fun. The other thing I started to work on is content creation, so a side hustle, so something that would give me flexibility and also something where I feel like I'm doing something for myself. I know that in the long run, I may not be someone that should work in a... Guys, I looked at my birth chart and I put that into ChatGPT and I looked at, okay, what type of work environment would be for me? And it literally said, I'm someone that shouldn't necessarily work for another person or like a business. I should really do my own thing. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Because that has been an inner calling for me. So by essentially understanding that, I'm so much more happier, so much more healthier, so much more calm and peaceful. And I've come to realize that I've needed a life full of adventure and freedom. So this is my ideal lifestyle. So humans, we're flexible, we're multifaceted, so we want different things. And it might change over time. But for now, I know my ideal lifestyle is like being financially free, owning a passive income, maybe multiple side hustles, multiple streams of income. And also I have different passions. So I want to really invest or try out different things, go out, have fun, try out different things, and also start investing in more of my hobbies and just my creative pursuits. I know by doing this, I need more money, especially if I want to venture out and make money from these creative pursuits. I need more time and more money, those two things. And I know it's easier to do that when with content creation rather than working 9 to 5 and doing content creation and blow. It's going to be very hard, but I'll get there in the end. I'd also love to spend time with my family because we just work. There were times when for a year we just work and not really go out. What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that? It needs to be lived. And I don't want to end up like my mother and say that. All she does is give, work. And she hasn't enjoyed life. That is one thing I'm scared of. I don't want to become like that. I know when I'm on my deathbed, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't necessarily be like, I accomplished this, I accomplished that. No. I'm also be like, oh, thank God I was able to accomplish this because I was able to achieve this, do these fun things, spend time with family and friends, enjoy life. Because I did something that I was passionate about. I did something that I enjoyed. Because even in the career that I am, I really enjoy it. As I started looking at my birth chart, guys, I know, even if you're not into manifestation and like spirituality, why was it that ChatGPT was able to really explain my desires very clearly? Even when I said that, I was like, oh, I was doing digital marketing. It said, yeah, this is perfect. This chart is perfect for digital marketing. Like, literally, I was searching up, okay, what careers would be best for me based on my birth chart. The first chunk of suggestions was digital marketing. Guys, this is so cool. Sometimes I think it's written in stars. It's like singers and musicians. They just know, yes, they are poor. They come from a working class family, but they know within themselves that they need to do this. That this is their passion. Everyone is born with some sort of passion, whether it be raising a family, whether it be becoming a doctor, becoming a celebrity, becoming a performer. Everyone has an inner passion, an inner knowing that they're born with. Or maybe at some point it sparked, like when you see like something at the theatre or a movie, and you're like, oh, you know what? I love this Formula 1 movie, so I want to get into Formula 1. But everyone's born with it. There's some people more creative, there's some people more intelligent, there's some people who are more practical, so they love cars or whatnot. But we're all born with it. So if you want to know like what your ideal lifestyle, if you are into astrology, I would get your astrology chart from AstroSeek, I think. Copy it and paste that into your ChatGPT and kind of ask questions. Of course, don't take it to heart. Like if there's something else that's for you, then do so. But you might just be shocked as to the outcome. But also, of course, ChatGPT is just an AI system, so don't put your life on it. Don't put your money on it. You yourself should naturally know what you want. That's essentially how I kind of came to realize that. I work hard for freedom, but in order to work hard, I need to do it in a flexible way where I'm enjoying myself. Because there were times when I would just like say, oh, I'm going to spend this year just looking in. That made me really depressed. Like, I made me really depressed. And I know that that's not good for me. I need to go outside and do things. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how tough it gets. I'm a social person outside of work, ideally. I prefer working from home, like working at home. Yeah, but I love socializing outside. And also, one day I started thinking of this song. I always come back to this song. It's called Tinashe, Ride of Your Life. And in the picture, it's her, and then she's got like a car in her mouth. But it's so fun, it's so unserious, and that's who I am. Like, yes, I'm serious, but I'm very unserious at the same time. I'm seriously unserious. I'm seriously unseriously serious. That's me. But this song, Ride of Your Life, I always come back to it. And when I play this song, I just imagine the life that I want, just like an exciting life. I don't have to worry about anything because I've got the wheels and I know what I need to do and I know how I can get those things because I'm in charge. And that's the type of life that I want to live. And even if setbacks come my way, I know how to react to those setbacks. I know how to respond so I can get the outcome that I want or can get a similar outcome. And of course, if you're into manifestation, just having a good self-concept, then it's easier for you. If you're not, then I would advise you to look into that. And that's the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. But honestly, if you like this, then please take advice from this video and just see what type of person you are in terms of working. Because the typical 9-to-5 structure, the typical structure may not work for you. Or you might be someone that needs to work for themselves. Or just make sure that they have something on the side just to keep them sane. And I'm not going to say it's easy. It's easier said than done, of course. But it's your life. And so you need to decide what kind of ride you're going to take. And that's the end of my video. Hope you liked that. What type of lifestyle or just like productivity mindset would you prefer? It could be something that's more serious like Leila or Lipa that likes to have freedom, creativity, and just being able to have fun whilst working. I know I'm more Lipa. I'm more like Lipa. I love having fun. I absolutely love having fun. Which one do you more so lean into? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you felt a vibe. And follow me on socials to see all the fun things that I do and just to know more about me. It's Fuzzy_Fuzzy. And don't forget to sparkle, babes. Bye. And did you like the theme? Like, because it's sunny outside. I got the Bondi Sandy SPF. Guys, I love this SPF. And just I thought I look cute. Anyway, bye. Sparkle, babes.